Jillian Hubbard, 40 Mill Street. I am here tonight in representation of the East Windsor Community Cleanup. On October 18th to the 20th, we are having another Neat in Your Neighborhood weekend that we're encouraging all residents in town to participate in. Our goal is to reach all of the different villages within town. We're very heavy and saturated in a great way in Broadbrook and Warehouse Point. We have some reach in Melrose as well as Scantic and the other areas, but we're trying to really disperse the information as best as possible. So we're kind of calling on all of the neighbors and residents to kind of help us out and participate, as well as just let your friends and neighbors know that it's going on. Even if you're not able to actually participate due to disability or not being in town, if you could just help us spread the word and help clean up the streets, that would be great. I have a few flyers there as well. It's also on the East Windsor Community Connection page and the community cleanup pages. And if anybody is interested in signing up your street or signing up your name and interested in picking a street to go as a group, let me know. I have a sign-up sheet here tonight, and that's about that. So that's October 18th to the 20th. It's any time that anybody's available. It's no specific set time, so that it's as flexible as can be.
Last year I participated in that, and I think the town gave out garbage bags, and there was a very loose effort to pick them up. So I don't know if there's any kind of organization this year or not. Well,
in the springtime, there was actually, Steve had helped with organizing, figuring out how to do the pickup and everything. It was organized then, and it'll be just as organized, if not more organized this time around, since we have the experience. So I'm not concerned about the organizational skills at all. Erica and I have been actually very active in making sure that everything is very organized when it comes to these community cleanup events. She's taking care of that. I'm taking care of the analytical side of things and creating the data so that we can understand who and where we are reaching in town, so that when we do our individual street ops, that we're able to reach the different areas that were less saturated.
Is there a way to contact you? How would we
contact you? Yeah, it's all, you have the flyer there. You have my email, and everybody through Facebook, you can go to the community cleanup, you can email ewcleanup@gmail.com, you can email ewbeautification@gmail.com, you can email jillianleehubbard@gmail.com. You can go to any of the East Windsor forums and throw something out there, and I'll probably see it and reach back out. So if anybody's having a hard time communicating with me, I'll be surprised, but if it's needed, then, ask around. I'm sure somebody will know something.
Provided?
What's that?
The plastic bags being
I will buy the bags myself if I have to. We are encouraging, if people want to graciously bring their own bag, that's perfectly great. This isn't something that we're doing a street as individual, like as a unit, like our individual feet on the street events. This is a Neat in Your Own Neighborhood. So we're encouraging people to go outside, pick up some garbage in their own yards and down their street and put it into their trash can. If they don't mind, that's fantastic. I'm sure that we are going to be able to secure a couple very kind businesses in town to allow us to put any trash bags that are excess. But we are encouraging the residents to clean up in their specific area, if possible, and put it in their trash cans.
So I live on the south side.
Okay.
And on the south side, people don't usually have trash in their yards.
Okay.
It's where the open fields are and that kind of thing, and it's honestly that way throughout the town. So when you pick up this stuff, where are you supposed to leave it? Because it should be left where that field is. Is the town going to go and pick them up, or how's that going to work?
If you would like to sign up for those certain areas that you're talking about, we'll be able to make sure that that area is tended to. But if we don't know where you're picking up and we don't know which area, then that'll be rather hard. But I do understand there is a lot of times where like fields, especially the concentrated areas around businesses, which is a whole other ball field that I'm interested in getting into with figuring out our blight ordinances. But in the meantime, for example, over on the street next to Walmart, it's a disaster. It just looks like a total disaster zone. What would be really great is if we could get a concentrated number of residents to clean up over there, and Walmart let us use their trash cans, since they're right there. That would be fantastic. As far
Have you
as,
asked them if they can use it?
I haven't asked them yet, but I think that that would be helpful. But for this specific event, it's really like a meet in your neighborhood, pick up around your house. If you don't have stuff around your house, that's fantastic. If there's specific streets you want us to focus on, then I think that that should be more of a concentrated feet in the street event where we are
Yeah.
planning on taking to specific businesses, and we are planning on taking the trash out of that zone. So I would happily like encourage you to write down those different streets on here.
Alright, good.
Because we can add that to the feet in the streets thing, because it sounds more like a feet in the street and not the meet in your neighborhood. But either way, it'll be good to know your concerned areas.
Are you talking Newberry Road by Walmart?
Yeah.
Well, last year, you guys were able to leave bags at
Yeah.
my driveway at the Jersey barrier.
Yeah, you were very gracious and had us,
So we'll do that again,
okay,
and I'll take care of whatever it is.
for this weekend of the 18th to the 20th?
Whatever you wanna do, when I see the bags there, I'll take them and I'll take care of them,
Okay,
all right?
well, thank you, Steve. I have a copy of it for you too back here.
And, if you do Rice Street,
Yep,
you can leave the bags at 95 Rice Street,
okay, could you write that down for me?
okay, and then I'll take care of it over there, so I have a piece of property up in the back there also.
Awesome, if you wanna just put a little asterisk next to the addresses, for drop off, that would be really helpful.
So you want me to write my?
Yeah, just do one space so that I know it's separate. Thanks, Steve. So yeah, just write down the different addresses that you're speaking of and also your phone number so that I can let you know any future events that are going on. So that you know when we're dropping stuff off because, you know, we're being recorded right now and I don't want you to think we're dumping a whole bunch of stuff.
Leave it at the end of the driveway, I'll see it every day, and we'll take.
I'll just let you know when it's us. So, all right, thank you. And if any of you guys want to sign up for a street, that would be awesome. Thanks.
Okay, further public participation. Okay, hearing none, last chance. We'll go on to Amy and